When you've been in a relationship for almost 3 years, you expect a certain level of trust, respect, and boundaries. At least, that's what I thought. My girlfriend, Emily, and I had been together since college. We'd weathered exams, internships, long-distance summers, and even family drama. I honestly thought we were rock solid. But recently, things started to shift. It began subtly. She started talking more about her ex, Ryan. At first, I didn't think much of it. I mean, people bring up exes from time to time, especially if they share mutual friends or run into each other at social events. But Emily's mentions became more frequent. "He's not that bad once you get to know him," she'd say casually. Or, "Ryan still plays guitar, he's gotten even better." Then came the bombshell. She told me she was planning to hang out with him, alone. I tried to play it cool, asking why she felt the need to spend time with someone she used to date. Her response? "He's just a friend now. If you trust me, you shouldn't have a problem with it. The thing is, Ryan wasn't just some guy. He was her first love, the one she cried over for months before she and I started dating. From what I knew, their breakup hadn't exactly been smooth. He cheated on her back then, which made me question even more why she'd want him back in her life. At first, she promised it was just casual, coffee, catching up, nothing more. But soon, coffee turned into movie nights with friends, then weekend hikes. And eventually, he's joining us for brunch. Before I knew it, Ryan had woven himself into the fabric of our weekends. One Saturday morning, I finally confronted her. I feel like I'm third-wheeling in my own relationship. Why do you need to see him every weekend? Why him of all people?" She looked at me like I was being unreasonable. "If you don't trust me hanging out with my ex every weekend, maybe we shouldn't be together," she said flatly. Her words hit me like a punch in the gut. It wasn't just about Ryan anymore. It was about her drawing a line in the sand. Instead of addressing my feelings, she was threatening the relationship. I didn't respond right away. I just walked out of the apartment, my chest tight. That night I couldn't sleep. My brain played every scenario on repeat. What if she was already cheating? What if she was emotionally invested in Ryan again? Or worse, what if I was just a placeholder until she figured things out with him? The next weekend, she canceled our date night because Ryan needed someone to talk to. That was my breaking point. I decided I needed answers, not from her, but from observation. If Emily was going to keep secrets, I'd uncover them myself. That Saturday, she told me she was going on a hike with Ryan. I said nothing, pretended to be busy, and let her leave. But half an hour later, I grabbed my jacket and followed at a distance. When I reached the trail parking lot, I spotted them instantly. They weren't just hiking, they were holding hands. My stomach dropped. I wanted to storm up to them, scream, demand an explanation. But I didn't. Instead, I took out my phone and snapped a picture. Proof. Cold, undeniable proof. I left without being seen. The entire drive home, my hands shook on the steering wheel. This wasn't insecurity anymore, this was betrayal. That evening, when she came home, I was waiting. "How was your hike?" I asked calmly. "It was good. We talked a lot. He's really been going through a rough time." Her lie burned. I pulled out my phone and set it on the table, the photo glowing on the screen. Her smile vanished instantly. "Care to explain why talking requires holding hands?" I asked. She stammered, eyes wide, then tried to twist it around. "It's not what it looks like. He just reached out because he was upset." I cut her off. "No, Emily. I've given you the benefit of the doubt for months. You crossed the line. You chose him over me every weekend, and now I see why." She started crying, insisting it wasn't cheating, just comfort. But to me, emotional betrayal was just as real. I told her I was done. I packed a bag and left that night, moving into a friend's place. For days, she bombarded me with texts, apologies, excuses, pleas. She even tried guilt-tripping me by saying I should understand her need for closure with Ryan. But closure doesn't look like holding hands with your ex behind your boyfriend's back. A week later, I found out through mutual friends that she and Ryan were officially trying again. That told me everything I needed to know. In the end, her words became prophecy. Maybe we shouldn't be together. She was right. We shouldn't. The painful part? It wasn't Ryan who ended our relationship. It was Emily's choice to disrespect boundaries, to ignore my feelings, and to gaslight me into believing I was overreacting. But walking away was the best decision I ever made. Sometimes trust isn't something you can rebuild. It's something that, once broken, can never be the same again.